This whole PSN drama fiasco, Arrowhead is not clean and they are not blameless in this situation. Sony has publicly announced that they are walking back this change. However, if you look at SteamDB, it is still very much restricted. So I wouldn't consider it a win just yet. Arrowhead still has my trust and support, but to say they did nothing wrong is foolish. So this was taken from my 10-minute video I released yesterday, just repackaged for you guys to consume a little bit easier. Let's hope Arrowhead reevaluates their partnership with Sony. Waking up Friday morning and seeing the community manager's reply nasty like this is not a great way to make me feel bad for the studio. It's just not justified behavior, as much as it is a real response, something that you would say to your buddy in conversation. Professionally, this cannot happen from studio members to their players, no matter how justified. However, this has been rectified and I believe a good apology was made. Forgive and forget and we move on for sure. So in that sense, I believe there should be no hate towards the team running Helldivers 2. However, they are not in the clear. To me, it is wildly naive to think that the leadership had zero idea of where their game was going to be distributed. So comments like, "We had no idea PSN was not available," is extremely problematic to me. I will admit and acknowledge this could be 100% out of their hand, but I have a hard time believing that. I build web applications. I constantly question leadership about stuff like this. You are building a game with a certain hard requirement, yet choose to launch without it. Therefore, it is your responsibility as a developer to either know exactly what to do when you need to flip the switch, aka know who this is going to affect, or you need to restrict the game in where it can be sold. All of which can and should have been handled by Arrowhead. And to think otherwise, that to me is a wildly ignorant way to run a business. But bureaucracy in software development is a hellhole, so I wouldn't be shocked. I am just choosing to stand on the side of this should not have been a blindside to Arrowhead leadership. So while all the recent information does alleviate the pressure of blaming Arrowhead, it does not negate their fault in my personal opinion. Because at the very least, when they made that announcement, it should have been clear, without a doubt, what their plan was for players who cannot make PSN accounts. And as such, because it was not, it means they are scrambling and turning it over to Sony when in reality, they should have been fighting Sony from day one about that. How would you allow yourself to be in a position legally that fucks you over? Because to be clear, this is legally a problem. You cannot sell something and then take it back. Just look at what's going on with Tarkov right now. Future edit here. Look, yes, there are tweets from the devs saying they did not know and whatnot, but this tweet right here from the CEO, this is all I need to stay on course with what I'm saying in this video. The CEO knows they are not blameless, and as such, it needs to be on record that they fucked up. So to conclude this portion, this is where I stand. Arrowhead just seems idiotic for allowing things to be handled this way. I believe they are not intentionally trying to fuck over their players, as seen by all the responses from them. And it seems to be clear that they are fighting to ensure players will not lose access to their game. So I blame them for poor management, but they still have my faith and trust.